My name is Kamba, but I like to go by Queen Kamba. And I run different things, music, poetry, and all the other good stuff. But aside all of that, I have a keen interest for mental health. I like to explore psychology a bit, even though I'm not a trained psychologist. So disclaimer. But these are things that I research on my own. I like to understand why people think the way they think. Plus, I'm an overthinker. So the best way to harness my overthinking skills is to actually do research, and then I can think about things from a more informed point of view. That being said, today's topic is drum roll, no contact. Basically, what no contact is when you break up with an ex, you kill all forms of communication completely. Not no conversation physically, not on social media, and apart from even conversing with them, no contact means literally no contact. You block them on social media so that you don't see their status. So you just have absolute no contact, direct or indirect, with them. And I know that no contact might seem a bit extreme, like now, why would you go no contact? I mean, you guys can still be friends, and being friends with your ex is a thing, and it's something that looks like the mature thing to do. I mean, for the longest, growing up and just finding my feet around life and relationship, being friends with an ex sounded like a mature thing, and people used to wear it like a badge of honor, like, oh, I'm friends with all of my exes, and it's great. And so me to coming up, I'm like, okay, cool, cool, cool. Whatever happens, I mean, we'll still be friends, right? Wrong. And I'll tell you why. So I'm not just so. One thing about no contact is no contact for me, and from all the researches I have done, no contact is like a detox from whatever situation you were dealing with. It's like you find a way to detox your system from it. Just imagine that you have been addicted to drugs or um, alcohol, and you want to detox. You are going to have to go no contact. I know that there are some times in extreme cases where they have to, let you off of those substances, but probably in small doses. But the truth is, the best case scenario is to just go cold turkey and be done. That's the best case scenario. It's only if you are so attached and so addicted that they have to now start taking it away from you little by little. But the best way is just go cold turkey, zero. Yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, it's going to be super uncomfortable, but the deed has to be done. And because that situation no longer serves you, and it's now between you and that substance. So, just the same thing with that. Love is like a drug. That's the truth. Love is like a drug. And many people are addicted to love or the feeling they get from a relationship and a partner. So it's almost like an addiction. You are so attached. And that's why when some people break up with their exes, some people attempt to commit suicide. Some people, you know, nurse scars that they never actually heal from because they were just so attached. And so it's cut really deep. So just imagine that you have been addicted to something for a long time, and then you finally gotten to that point where it's time to let go because it's no longer working, but you decide to be friends. That means you still, it's like you're smelling something that you don't want to eat. That's what it means. It means like, oh, I'm done taking drugs, but still the people in the crack house, they're my friends, so I'm still gonna go around them. They're not serious. It's true. Now you are not serious, because if you are serious, you will not only stop taking drugs, but you will stop going around the places where those people who take drugs reside. And sometimes you might even have to cut off from those friends that take drugs with you when you used to take drugs, because they would probably drag you back. So that is basically me using another analogy to describe no contact. Now, do everybody does everyone need to go no contact? I don't think so, because the truth is there are some people who do not mind, who it doesn't affect. That's the truth. Most times the people who are responsible for the breakup don't need no contact. They're the ones that want to be friends with you. Is your avoidable ex, your avoidant ex, the one that wasn't really emotionally vulnerable in the relationship, who wasn't present. That one is the one that's like, no, but we can still be friends. They're like, you should have been available in the relationship. Now you want to be forefront and available in the friendship. No, thank you. So I hope you understand what no contact is. No contact is no contact with an ex. Good reasons. From my own point of view, why you should go no contact. So this will actually help you internalize it and understand how this can be beneficial to you for long term, because you might feel a little bit bad. Trust me, I know I felt bad doing no contact. It's been hard. There are some people like I will block them and then I'm like, I hope they don't know that I blocked them because I don't want to hurt their feelings. Because if it's not fun when somebody blocks you, I don't. I know it's not nice, so I understand. But sometimes you just have to choose yourself. So I'm here to help you make the best decisions by outlining 3 reasons why people should go no contact. First is to heal. No contact, in my opinion, is one of the best ways to heal from a breakup. Honestly, because like I said, it's like a detox. So just like staying away from a substance is one of the best ways to stop an addiction. No contact is one of the best ways, in my opinion, to begin the healing process after a breakup. Because after a breakup, you've been attached to a certain person, you have invested emotionally, physically, sometimes financially. You've just invested and you've told yourself this story, this fairy tale that this person is the one, and then they end up not being the one. It's a lot. It can be heartbreaking. Been there, done that, ain't going back. Yeah, and it's worse for anxious attachments, like people who deal with anxious attachments. Don't worry, in another video I'll talk about the different attachments, but there's the anxious and there's the avoidant. So people who anxiously attach are people who really fall very deeply and hold on to that relationship more. And so the person who holds on the most is the one that's going to be hurt the most. That's just the truth. Mathematically speaking, just commonsensically evaluating the whole situation, is the person who invests the most that will lose the most when the stock crashes. Now, no contact just gives you a breath of fresh air without you being around that person that will remind you of a failed dream, because you had dreams that, okay, this person was it, a failed dream, reminding you of the rejection, because the truth is a breakup feels like a rejection of you, and it can be really heartbreaking. So that rejection, that failed promise, that loss of love, these are very painful things. So it's worse when you have to constantly be reminded. You understand? And as much as you care about that person and you want to reach out and say, oh, how are you doing? Sometimes letting go has to be absolute. Because healing has to be absolute. Like you have to absolutely heal. You can't partially heal. So you have to absolutely let them go. When the wound heals, maybe in the future, after you have healed and you're no longer obsessing about the person, then you guys might be friends again. That's my opinion. Because the truth is, sometimes when you break up with somebody, with a person, right, there's unfortunately a tiny voice in your head that tells you maybe it's not really over. Maybe you just need some time. Like your head begins to come up with different dumb ass, you know, scenarios to help ease the pain, because our body doesn't, we don't like pain, be it psychological or mental or physical pain. So the mind, that's the mind's own way of trying to make things better by consoling you and saying, don't worry, it's not really over, you guys might get back together, you just need time. Now let me put this scenario to you. If you put at the back of your mind that it is not completely over and that you guys might get back together, and so you don't completely shut down the door, you don't completely let them out of your head, out of your life, and eventually you guys never get back together, you see this even move on. Just imagine how devastating that can be. Versus you actually move on, you let them go, you stop speaking to them, you move on with your life as if they no longer have a place. Because the truth is, they no longer have a place and they shouldn't. And if they still have a place, it's just a testament of how much healing you need to do. Because how can somebody who you no longer have a place in their life, how can they have a place in your own? That just means you do not value yourself so much because you are bending over backwards and damn near breaking to accommodate somebody who did not make room for you. So you just have to let people go, as painful as it is. That's the best thing to do. Let people go and heal and approach healing from an absolute point where you know what, I want to heal completely. Now, will the scar always be there? Yes. But there are some wounds that will heal completely and then you still have a tiny scar. But there are some wounds that never really heal because you are pampering it and you don't probably go through the stress of putting the proper medication that might sting at that moment. At that moment, you put spirit inside wound or any methylated drug. It will really hurt in that moment, right? But eventually, it'll help the wound heal faster. But if you're just pampering the wound, oh, I don't want to hurt it, I don't want to cut them off, I don't want to go no contact. Guess what? That wound will last longer. So healing, you have to approach healing from an absolute point of view, not a partial point of view. I just want to be healed a little, but let's just be friends and let's see how it goes. Let's not see how it goes. Let's see how you can heal, how you can move on, and how you can be the best version of yourself, and how you can open the door for new possibilities because you have shut the door of the old possibility and thrown the key in the lagoon. That's what it is. Now, if you move on completely and eventually life brings you both back together, it's still better than you holding on hope that you guys life will bring you back together and it doesn't. Because now you haven't moved on and you have extended the life span of your wound. So the number one reason to absolutely go to contact is for your healing. I'm very passionate about this. Now, the second reason why you should go no contact. I'm going to be talking about three reasons to go no contact. The second reason is you need time to learn and time to grow. Sometimes you just need time away from the noise to evaluate what just happened. Because when you're going through it, it's like it's a lot. So sometimes you can't see it because you're in it. So sometimes you have to step away so that you can look at everything from an objective point of view or as objective as you can be, because how objective can you really be when your heart just got broke? But as objective as you can, look at it from a distance and say, oh, okay, this is the role I played in my demise. These are the mistakes that I made. Okay, let me take a breath. Like, let me take a break. Let me take a breath, a deep breath. Let me watch, let me learn, and then let me grow. And no contact should also go side by side with healing and with self development and self love. Meaning, when you are going to contact your ex, it doesn't mean that it's the opportunity for you to start running into the arms of somebody new. You need to heal. You need a break, girl. The last reason, very important reason to go no contact is to move on for good. You see how the two of them are intertwined. You heal, you learn, you go, and you move on for good. Like I said, no contact gives you an opportunity to take healing from an absolute point of view, not a partial point of view, which unfortunately is how a lot of people approach healing. People approach healing from a partial point of view. Okay, I'm just going to heal a little. You're afraid to heal completely. Okay, continue. I'm not trying to be a hater, but I'm just very passionate about this because this is something I have lived through. And when I say that, when I said at the beginning that I have practiced no contact long before I knew what no contact is I've been in a few scenarios where, I will show up for certain people and actually like them and they do not invest as much right back. But, I still keep pushing and keep giving. And all those times when I finally decided to let go, the times I finally decided to let go, I had to block them. That's how I've been able to successfully let people go. Now, it wasn't even just an ex situation. This had to do with friends too. If there's just a toxic situation going on within a friendship or a relationship, and it's just too much, I will just block you. Not because I hate you, not because I'm trying to get back at you or hurt you, Because most times when I block people, I feel really bad. I struggle because the people pleasing part of me has not died. It's still very much alive and kicking. But the self sufficient part of me with high self esteem and self love is also coming to the surface. So, of course, the two of them will struggle a bit because that one is has been, that side, that people pleasing side of me has been thriving for so long, and the one with self love has been in the dark. So of course there'll be a little bit of conflict. There's some people that to block them, I blocked them, unblocked them, blocked them, unblocked them because I kept struggling. So I'm not even coming from a place of I'm a bad guy, I do this for a living. No, it's hard, but it's just better for you. Oh, better for me. Because she kill me. Could choose I rare. Because the truth is me that I'm struggling to block other people. If those people needed to block me to heal, they will do it without thinking twice. Sometimes you just have to choose yourself in life. And I'm in that phase where I'm working really hard. I'm choosing myself. I'm loving myself. Took me a minute, but we're here and we're still going to get better at it. And I am more than happy to share different aspects of that journey with you. So that being said, I'll just recap the three reasons why you should go no contact. To heal, because you need to heal and you need to approach it from an absolute angle. To learn and grow, because you need time apart to evaluate what just happened. What just happened? How was I such a fool? Ah, and then the last one is to move on for good. I hope this helps somebody. And even if you're in a relationship, you are just going through a breakup, you haven't gone through a breakup, it doesn't hurt to know these things. Because you might not even need it for a relationship alone. You know, the no contact rule was created for people with exes. For me, I apply no contact to everybody because a friendship is a relationship, and sometimes you invest, into friendships too. And when it gets to that point where you can no longer go on, you have to say what goodbye and God bless you and I wish you well. And that being said, I wish you well. Wish you well. I don't know what I'm doing. This video is over. Thank you for watching today's episode. I hope you liked it. I kind of did. Kind of feeling it because I was come to a place of passion. So I was kind of feeling it. I hope you like it too. Leave a comment if you have experience with no contact. Please feel free to share. Tell me what you think. Or do you think no contact is a little too extreme? Which a lot of people think I can block somebody. Remember, I told you don't block anybody to make them feel important. Let them feel important. If they're feeling important, it's what we bring my in because no contact is not about anybody. No contact is about you. If you are doing no contact, the funny thing is some people go no contact to get back at their ex, like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to you again. Yeah. Huh? What? Nah. Some people go no contact to get their ex back. It works, but I think it's a manipulative way of getting someone back. So you're trying to uh detach for a minute, let them miss you, then show your face, then detach. I don't think that you should manipulate anybody to love you or choose you. Because whatever you get through manipulation, I don't think it's going to last. I think it should come from a sincere place and honest place. And, you know, people should choose you. And if they don't choose you, choose yourself. And on that note, goodbye. See you in the next episode.